How are you feeling physically as you kind of keep ramping up here?
Feel amazing. Never felt better, to be honest. Just happy to be out here with the guys, running around, having fun. 11th training camp, and it's a blessing, man. It's cool. It's cool to be here.
Obviously, one of the biggest changes. You talked about it a couple weeks ago with Sean. I mean, what's it been like? Just, do you see a different energy in him now, being so intertwined with the defense?
I guess I've always seen the energy in him. I guess as the head coach, but him popping in the defensive meeting more obviously is cool to see. You know, Sean's always been aggressive. You can see that. He's a former wrestler. Everybody knows that. He has that wrestling mentality, and so, you know, when he's in the defensive meeting rooms and he's talking to us, you could tell he wants to be aggressive, and so it's cool to see. And now we're trying to get an understanding of how he's calling stuff.
How much different is that, like, as you go through on the field, actual execution? How many differences are there that you notice?
I don't think there's many differences right now. Obviously, the playbook is a playbook. We've had this playbook for years since we've gotten here. But
just talk on it.
Just what?
Just talk on it.
Just talk on it? Okay. But you know, just the way Sean calls plays is just, you know, you gotta get used to. So as of right now, you know, not a huge difference, but you know, sometimes situational football calls may be different from past, and we're just trying to get a clue on what we might be doing.
So like approach, you get. Oh, sorry, John.
Go ahead.
You get a sense of the aggressiveness in his approach, but in terms of a learning curve, there really isn't much of one, because so much from his
No. You know, to be honest with you guys, we've been in this defense this whole time, and we've made so many adjustments throughout the years within each call. You want to stand up? That you know, it's. I've kind of gotten wrapped up in all the other adjustments, and so to me, it's trying to get back to the basis of training camp football, and not, you know, week 11 of us game planning for a team, you know, years ago. So that's my biggest adjustment. But as far as the plays goes, it's not much of a difference.
When you think back of when you were going under the knife, and maybe just thoughts about your career and where it might be, could you have envisioned this day right here with your two kids here at your 11th camp?
No. You know, when it first happened, and you know, my coach would be the first one to tell you, my teammates would be the first one to tell you, I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I thought I was done. I think I told you guys that before. So to be in this situation right now, and you know, having my babies here, having my wife here, you know, can't even put into words how amazing it is. And I'm a proud dad. I'm a proud husband, and I wouldn't change shoes with anybody in the world, because I love where I'm at in my life, and couldn't be better.
Mentally, Pat's coming on in a couple of days.
Yeah,
the contact.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I had a conversation with Dr. Watkins a couple days ago. Just the reassurance as to, you know, that it's way better than what it was before, and you guys got to be honest.
Daddy, you have a big old head.
I got a big old head. I got to be honest. In years past, it was a struggle, man. Like getting in out of bed, of just like having, you know, neck soreness and all that type of stuff. So I'm just happy that it's not going to be as bad as what it was.
And no trepidation, or
Nope.
you're ready.
I'm ready. Come on. How long you been watching me play? I'm ready to go, man.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like you were ready. Had you advanced to the AFC Championship
Exactly.
game, you'd have been. So I'm assuming you tested it from a contact standpoint at a pretty high level. So there's no real threshold for you to get over when the pads go on out.
Exactly. I was ready, you know, months ago. It probably worked out for the best. I got my full recovery and was able to sit out a couple more months and not have to be banging and wear and tear on my body and all that. So it's fully healed, and I have no doubt in my mind that when the pads get on, I'll be ready to go and start hitting. I'm not thinking about how's my neck's going to hold up and all that type of stuff. I'm cool.
Mike, I know you guys work together back in Orchard Park, so it's not like it's completely blindsiding you or anything, but is it a little bit surreal still to be here with Jordan again after not knowing if that was ultimately going to play out?
Yeah, you know, it's truly awesome to have Poe come back. You know, throughout his whole contract situation, you know, he was letting me know what was going on, and you know, calling me up, giving me whole details and stuff, because we really didn't know what was going to be going on. So you know, it's awesome to have Poe back, and you know, we see the same things every single day on the field, off the field. So it's just it's a blessing to have him back also, because I know I play my best game when he's healthy.
Like Steph said that he understands that he has more football behind him than in front of him at this point in his career. You kind of saying too, where you are in your career. Do you approach training camp differently because of where you are?
Yeah, the young guys probably think at times I'm like kind of psycho because it's just you just have more urgency. You know, as you get older, you have more urgency because you understand that, you know, those years have passed and you don't have times to just give away games or give away playoff games and come up short. So it's just a lot more urgency. Like I said, some of the young guys probably think like, wow, this dude's 32 and he's still coming to work. He's a little crazy in the head because he's just, you know, it's just go, 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 because that's just the mentality you got to have.
Is that a conversation that you had, or is that something that you and Diggs or Toyer, like knowing where you guys are in your career, is that a conversation that you guys have? Or
it's just known.
Doesn't even
it's just known. It's just known. I think throughout the years, listening to guys like Kyle Williams speak, Lorenzo Alexander, which was here today, some of the older guys that just kind of paved the way for us, and as this team and for this organization, you know, just listening to them talk, it's kind of the same thing. It's just something you know, and usually, you know, throughout the season, towards the end of the season, maybe one guy will say a few things, but I think the older guys understand that it's got to get it now, and there's not too many opportunities left.
Josh discussed that type of urgency, and he's aware of it, especially for this group of guys who have been together for so long, knowing that time is running short in some ways. How much do you appreciate that from your quarterback?
I love Josh. I love him. You know, everything that he brings to the table, brings this organization. He's the perfect guy for this organization, for this team. He's a leader. He's a leader. He just, you know, wants to go out there and compete every day. So him understanding that, and he's, you know, Josh is going to play for another, who knows, 15 years, hopefully. So he, you know, for him to be saying that, understand the urgency of the older guys, that's a wise move on his part. Just understanding the game, understanding, you know, being older than what he really is. So yeah, I love to hear, you know, QB1 saying that for sure.
It looks the same to us seeing you out there running around. But is not being in a live game in almost, you know, a year it'll be, like, are you worried at all about just like triggering and recognizing, or is it, you think it's just gonna happen?
It's just gonna happen, baby. It's just gonna happen. I would tell you this: the first live game, we're back Monday night, I'm going to be geeked, so I might have to calm down a little bit, because I know that you know, as soon as we step back on the field and we get going, I'm gonna be maybe a little bit too excited. So yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that once we get back out there, it's back to football. I feel like I've played plenty of snaps in the past to be able to recognize what's going on. You know, coming here even for training camp, you know, my mentality of the playbook is there. Understanding what I got to do with my feet, my eyes is there. Obviously, there's a little rust every year, just knocking that stuff off. But within a couple of days, I feel like it's time to just kind of put all that rust behind you and go out there and play fast.
As you had to watch games last year, did it make it worse knowing how much that defense missed your experience out there? I mean, other guys can come play, but they really missed your experience. Did that almost make it worse having to watch that?
It was tough. It was very tough, because, you know, you put in all the hours of film work together, you put in all that stuff, and I was still doing that, but at the same time, you can't be on the field. When you're on the field, you know, we've had our core guys around here for some time now, with Poe and I, Lano, Tre'Davious, Taryn, and, you know, watching film, I was able to, you know, kind of help them out a little bit of what I see. And obviously Poe is doing his best out there and trying to get things organized and get everybody lined up. But at the same time, it was tough to see that, you know, I'm not saying Poe had to do it by himself, because that's not the case. You know, we had other guys out there helping and, you know, trying to make a name for themselves. But it's just that core, that nucleus that we've had around here for a long time was kind of broken a little bit, getting Trey back, you know, Thanksgiving Day. So, yeah, long story short, it was very tough. It was tough to watch. It was tough how throughout all the stuff that happened last season and then the way the season ended. But it's given us all a little extra motivation, because, you know, we understand that it could be gone like that. You never know when it's our last snap together. So we're putting in the time in the meetings. We're hanging out. You know, those core guys that I'm talking about, while guys are in special teams, we're hanging out. We're making fun of Taryn. We're talking about Taryn's style. We're doing all that type of stuff, just laughing, having fun. And I think that's what's going to, you know, continue to take it to the next level.
Fierce competition going on at the cornerback position. What's been your perspective on that battle through just a couple days at camp? Has anybody stood out to you? 3 young guys fighting for the job.
Love to see it. Love to see it. 3 guys that are really making a name for themselves. And you know, I've been in that position before. You know, in the past of having to compete for your job and still competing for my job, but I guess being a young guy and doing it, it kind of brings the best out of you. You know, it's tough every single day because you're not getting as many reps as you like, but as you can see, those guys are going out there and they're making plays. So it's the best, best thing you ask for, and you know, I'm excited to see, who breaks through on that, but I know who doesn't start is going to still be working their ass off to try to get out there and play. So just 3 guys that are really competing and making the best of the situation.
What are you seeing from the offense as you're kind of defending them? What are you seeing from like Josh as he's kind of gelling these new targets? Dorsey in the past has obviously been able to draw some things up. He motions a lot. He does all that type of stuff. So, you really got to be on your P's and Q's, understanding the defense and knowing, what defense you're in, getting everybody lined up and all that. And then on top of that, he has the weapons, with the receivers and, bringing in somebody like Kincaid and, he's all around doing stuff. So, it's cool to see, man. I'm excited for that offense, and we're making them better. They're making us better, and that's how we're going to get to the next level. Cool. Thank you, guys.